Welcome back to the Football Martin channel. Thank you for tuning in this Monday evening. It's a little bit later than usual, but it was playoff semi-final time this evening, and I wanted to watch the Sheffield United and Bristol City game. I'm sure many of you would have been tuning into that as well. Sheffield United absolutely dominated that two-legged affair and brushed aside Bristol City quite comfortably, 6-0 over the two games, 6-0 in aggregate. No side has ever scored more than five in a playoff semi-final. It's the first time in the history of the competition. Congratulations to Sheffield United. They go to the playoff final, which is next weekend. Looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I actually do think it'd be good to get your opinion if you're tuning in live or if you're watching the catch up. Give me your predictions for who will win the playoff final this year. Whose turn will it be to go back to the Premier League? I just have this feeling it'd be Sheffield United. Such a gap between them and everybody else. Can Sunderland or Coventry cause an upset? I watched the game on Friday and I just think that Sheffield United look a cut above everybody else. Right, before we do get into our final word show, loads to chat about tonight. Make sure you get involved in the conversation below as well. Massive congratulations go out to the Southampton under 21s who had a massive victory tonight at Crystal Palace in the Premier League 2. They're through to the final against Man City. They beat this evening Crystal Palace. Derek Abu scored a really good goal to make it 2-1. He scored that in extra time, I believe, as well. So I was following Alfie House's and George's tweets, but apparently they're a very, very good side. I'm just watching the goal back now. It was a really, really good hit. Brilliant for the under 21s. Really good group of players there. So congratulations go out to them. Right, I will get you guys involved in the conversation as we go and as the viewer numbers pick up if you're watching live as well. Sunderland will go up. I'm not sure. I think Sunderland have the best football kit I've seen of any team this year, by the way. Why didn't Hummel do that for us when they were making our kit? What a stunning kit that is. Absolutely insane. I'm really looking forward to that game tomorrow night. I think it's a lot closer than the one we watched, obviously, tonight. Sunderland, for me, their fans will get them over the line. Yeah, I think their fans will be key. The fact that they're at home as well, I think that's a big bonus, isn't it? I think at this stage, it was like us last time round, wasn't it? That home game at the end, you have that home advantage. If the ground's full up, you can see the power of what fans can do at a playoff semi-final. Thank you, Tom, for your comments. Thought the fans forum last week was brilliant. Keep up the good work. There will be another one on Thursday, so that will be a regular slot. We might tweet the day that we produce that show next season, but for now we're going to just slot it in on a Thursday because it fits my schedule quite well. And then over the summer, I'm going to rework the whole schedule for what I put out content wise and what goes out when, and we'll have like a pre-recorded and a live kind of like diary that you'll be able to see, and then you'll be able to tune in certain days of the week and see certain content. That is the plan for next season. I'm having some work done here in the studio as well, just to tweak it as well. Got some really nice acoustic boards coming in as well, so it's going to look a bit fresher for the new season as well. So really looking forward to doing that. It's really exciting times. Talking about exciting times, we actually got a point at the weekend. Can you believe it? Saints finally have got to 12 points. Can't believe we did it in a game I didn't expect us to get anything. And I think any of us that were at Leicester the week before, anybody that watched Leicester, you would have thought there's no danger that we get another point this season, let alone against Man City. And I think we all turned up thinking we're going to get absolutely dubbed big time by City. But I thought Saints done well. A lot of criticism around maybe the way we played from Man City. We'll come on to that in a minute, and we'll talk about Ruben Diaz. It's been covered a million times by everybody else, so we don't need to go over it too much. We know what he had to say, but the statistics are popped onto the screen, so you can have a good old look at them. These are from Flash Score. The expected goals for Saints 0.11. It's the lowest of the season by quite some way. Just a 28% ball possession. We had just a 2-goal attempts. I'm surprised we actually had any goal attempts, but we did have 2 goal attempts according to the stats. 0 shots on goal, though. No shots on goal, no shots off target as well. Then you look at the corner kicks. They had 12. We had just the 1 corner kick in the game. But the interesting note on there was that they had no offsides at all. They were never caught offside in the game at all. Just not any offsides. But then it was just that low block that we tried to play goalkeeper saves. Uh, the Man City goalkeeper Edison didn't have a save to make. It was an easy afternoon for him. He didn't have anything to do. He won't have an easier game in his career, you wouldn't expect. Aaron Ramsdale with the 5 saves. I thought he did okay, Ramsdale. But I did talk about it in my match day vlog. It was an observation I made, and I was maybe being a little bit harsh. I thought his distribution at the weekend was really poor. And I think it has been a bit suspect at time. I think his England place has come under a bit of pressure this summer. I know there's a squad announcement maybe next week for the games as the season ends, because there's a couple of England games that they got a game away. They got a game against Senegal, I believe, at the City ground at Nottingham Forest as well. That'd be a great atmosphere, by the way, because that creates an unbelievable atmosphere there. That's all the statistics. Really surprised it finished up 0-0. If you've not checked my matchday vlog out, go check it out. The celebrations at the end, I want to get your opinion on that, actually, and I want to bring the live comments into the show because I want to get your thoughts on it. Was the reaction at the end from the players a little bit over the top, seeing we're the second worst team ever? With the fans' reaction, I absolutely get it. We've taken some stick, certainly across social media and on a few radio shows as well. I see TalkSport they love a bit of Saints conversation at the moment. Tony Cascarino, he had a lot to say about how we didn't ever look like we were even going to try and win a game and how rubbish that is for the fans. I think as fans, we all accepted that we didn't want to get beat. Simon Russ wanted to try and get us a point. He kept saying that he wasn't looking for that point, that 12 point. Of course he was. Everyone in the dressing room was. Don't start coming out saying, oh yeah, we weren't thinking about it. When clearly everybody was. Nobody wants to go down as the worst team in history. I'm sure he didn't. He's a little bit naive, some of the things he comes out with at times. But you won't go down as the worst team ever. We will still go down as the second worst team ever. All your thoughts to the player reactions at the end. Chris Sutton described it as embarrassing. He spoke about he called it the amateur hour, I think were the words he used on 606. So love to get your thoughts on that. Was it amateur hour? Obviously the club then put out the tweet as well to Derby County. Though many found it quite funny, and a lot of people found it funny, there was a lot of people out there actually that just thought, do you know what? It's nothing to be proud of being the second worst team ever. So I'd love to get your thoughts in the comments below. If you're watching on catch up, please do get those comments in, because I really do want to get your opinion on it. Right, I'm going to read out some of your comments. So absolutely not. They've just drawn and held a clean sheet against one of the best teams around the world. Totally agree with you on that. Too right, they should be happy that they drew. It's not about the point. It's not about the points tally for them. I think that it will be in the players' mind. I think for the fans, it really meant so much to so many of us. A member of mine's joined. Ethan, thank you for joining my membership this week. I just see you've joined the live. Did you see the Sheffield United match? Yeah, I touched upon it at the start of the show. If you watch it back, I did touch upon it. The biggest victory ever across a semi-final two-legged affair, 6-0. Oh, what a result that was. Man City were complaining about how we played. They had 26 shots. The other thing, good to see you, Chloe. Thanks for coming on the live. It was interesting that Ruben Diaz also moaned about the pitch length, the grass being too long. Chloe, you're a ball girl, so you're pitch side. How did the grass look longer than normal? I thought it looked a bit dry when I was at pitch level before the game. I did think it looked a bit dry, but look, you do anything that way. It's gamesmanship. That's the sort of things you do. I've seen Man City park the bus in a couple of Champions League games when they've tried to get games over the line. I think when we talk about amateur hours, he had the amateur 10 minutes. That guy, didn't he? Absolutely embarrassing comments by Ruben Diaz, in my opinion, to come out and say what he did. Just an absolute clown, really. I was quite surprised by a top athlete to come out and totally criticise us like that. And he said, "Oh, they didn't play like that at Man City." Well, no one come out and really had a pop at when we played up there. We didn't play that different at the Etihad. We had a different manager then. We still played very defensive. I think we had probably 2 runs at goal with Cameron Archer in that game, and Chloe was there with me. I was with Chris. We were all there. And we parked the bus there as well, and they played the whole game in front of our back four, very similar to the weekend. But they won it, so no one moaned. Pep come out and praised Russell Martin after that and said he learnt a lot. didn't go on and win a game or get a result for a long time after that. So I'm not sure he learned anything from Russell Martin. Anthony Dawson's in the live. Thank you for becoming a member, Anthony. I really, really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. If you've not got a membership, it's well worth grabbing a membership. Loads of exclusive content. Anthony says, "Hi Martin, great to see the Saints get a point they were looking for. However, parking the bus was not the way to go. They should have played with strikers and took the game to City." The big question is for you. Fine lines in football, Anthony. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but there is fine lines in football, isn't there? Because if we let 2 late goals in at the weekend against City, I think he would have been totally crucified, Simon Rusk and Adam Lallana. They would have took a lot of stick for it because we just got it over the line, and Haaland wasn't quite at his best because he's been injured, he's rusty, he's not played loads of football. They weren't quite at it, City. And there may be one eye on the FA Cup final potentially at the weekend. I just wonder if we'll be able to sit up and do that again, because yeah, it worked and we got lucky. We didn't concede, but if we conceded, it would have been absolutely slammed for it. The manager would have been the assistant manager, caretaker manager, whatever you want to call it. Roy is in. Roy celebrating getting 12 points is beyond me. This is the worst Saints team ever. Not only the worst Saints team ever, it's been the worst season ever. I agree. I found it hard to celebrate goals, to be honest, since we've got relegated, because I feel so dejected with it. I was pleased we got the 12 points, but I think the tweeting of it and stuff was a lot of people, though it comes across funny, it's not, is it really? We're still the second worst team in Premier League history. Right, what else do we have in the chat? I'll keep your comments coming, and I'll keep getting you guys involved as well. We're going to talk about season tickets very shortly, but don't get your comments about season tickets just yet. We'll try and run it live and keep the conversation going as we go along. Right, we have someone in from New Zealand. Thank you very much for joining. New Zealand FM player put a video out earlier, a tweet about the comments. There, sum up our social media afterwards pretty well. I know it's some of the chants about Championship ole has done my head in recently. The tweet, I didn't agree with it personally. I didn't really like it. I know it's fun. Some people find it funny. Maybe my humour is really rubbish, and I don't have the humour that everyone else does. David Law, it was great to meet you, my friend, as well. It's great to see you Saturday, mate. Had a great time down in Southampton for the weekend. Result made it even sweeter. David, it was good to see you as well, mate. Always a pleasure. If you're David, I think you were you down from the Midlands, from Sheffield, sorry. I think you said I met quite a few people the weekend. There's a lot of people come and said hello. Thank you very much for everyone that tunes in to this, first and foremost, and the people that come over as well. But like Dean C's joined the live as well. It's any team's job to find a way around it. It's called tactics. It's been a part of the game since day one. Yeah, I think that's it. You have to break down low blocks. We had it a lot in the Championship last season, didn't we? When we were fighting to get promoted, we had a lot of teams played that low block against us, and we found it hard to break them down. I remember maybe Easter time we played, maybe Good Friday, and we played, I think it was Borough, and we just couldn't break them down. We found it really, really hard to break them down, and it does happen in football sometimes, doesn't it? It does happen, and it can be really, really difficult. It's just the way it goes. What else do we have in the conversation below? There we go. Matchday Steve's in. Matchday Steve, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. City fans are moaning that it was a boring game of football to watch. Man City are boring every time I watch them play. They play the same pass, the same move, goes out wide. Doku checks, comes back inside, plays it short to De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it across the box. It works across. They are boring to watch at times. Foden cuts in, 2-touch, give go, try and break the team down. It gets boring. Had so much money on the pitch, couldn't break down our defence. Manager got it right this week. The big question is for every single one of you, will he set up the same at Everton? And will he set up the same against Arsenal? I don't think he needs to now. I think he can go for it now. I love the way Diblin played at the weekend, and he gets criticism, but I love the way that he tracked back, he worked and got and helped James Bree. Silamana was a bit of an outlet, wasn't he? Or tried to be, though he just gets the ball and doesn't know what to do with it. His best bet would just be, I think, Glenn to the Court said on Total Saints podcast, just run with it. He just doesn't know what to do. When he goes to pass the ball, he just gives it away. But I like the way Tyler get back. But I like to see Tyler play the final 2 games and play higher up the field, get Fernandez up the field, ditch the 5 at the back now, and just have a go at a couple of teams. There's no point just going parking the bus for the final 2 games. I think we have to find a goal. We have to find some goals and something to cheer about if we can find anything to cheer about. I think it's really, really difficult. Wayne Edwards is in the live. Wayne, thank you for joining us. Getting to 12 points is a massive relief for our Saint fans. No one remembers the second worst team, and that's a really good point. I heard that on the radio today. There was no one ever really remembers. Actually, it was on Adam and Joe. I was listening to Adam and Joe, the podcast, going home with Adam and Joe, and they said the same. Actually, it's true. Everyone, yeah, that is very, very true. Never remember the runners up. No whispers on the manager. No, any whispers on the manager apart from KWP. Who else is out of contract? KWP, I believe, is the only one out of contract. There's a few interim final years. I think we'll do a bit of a review on contracts actually in the next couple of weeks. It's a video that I had in mind was to go through the squad and look at contracts, sort of maybe look at let's talk about what players are on money wise, and we can see where we feel we need to remove certain players because of their salary, but then potentially contract length, stuff like that. Omar Belakopchap, they're unload him, won't they? Not a massive earner, but they'll unload him. There are people entering the final year of their contracts. David, thank you for becoming a member, mate. I really appreciate that. You're one of my first supporter of the channel, mate. So thank you very much indeed. Russell Martin, a match of the day too. Perhaps we should have kept him. We would have got more than 12 points if we had. Yeah, in hindsight, when you look at it, we didn't appoint a better manager, did we? We tried something different, and it just didn't work. It didn't work. I enjoyed Russell's charisma, and I enjoyed him as a manager a lot. Whether he could have got more than 12 points this season, I think he probably would have done. Reflecting upon it, I think he probably would have done. We're in a bad place when he went, but we did have a lot of injuries in the run-up to that. But yeah, Christopher's in. Can't think anyone was celebrating getting. Can't think anyone was celebrating getting 12 points. We celebrated getting a brilliant point. Parson Derby's record makes me wonder how bad they must have been. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, Christopher. How bad were that Derby side and Robbie Savage and that image of him? There's no doubt that we will be spoken about for a long time, and we could have been in a pub quiz for many years to come. But there will be an image of Jack Stevens next to Robbie Savage for many years to come, won't they? And Robbie Savage was piping up and saying we were an embarrassment the weekend. How he can talk after being in that Derby side, they were terrible. I can't remember watching loads of them that season because teams like us and Derby are never shown on TV, are we? How many times have we been shown on TV sort of since Christmas? Hardly at all. And that would have been the same with Derby. So we would have never really seen them that much. We would have never really seen them. Stefan, thank you for joining, mate. Hope you're well. Absolute legend. I must say that even Jurek knows the Italian league, not the Premier League. Yeah, no, he was good. Get rid of it. It's just not the right fit for us at that moment in time. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for whatever reason. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you're just tuning in and you're new to the Football Martin channel, make sure you tune it in. Southampton related content week in, week out, and I will be covering the whole of the summer transfer window, including pre-season and all the build-up to next season in the Championship. It will be a quick turnaround. And talking about quick turnarounds, season tickets have gone on sale today, and I want to get all your thoughts on it. Saints have announced season ticket details for the 25-26 season. It's all across on the website. I'm sure you've all seen it. There's a 5% price reduction on purchases made up front. So if you pay the whole amount and you're an existing season ticket holder, you will get a 5% reduction. They're reducing the prices, say the club, but enhancing the benefits. Obviously, you get the extra games as well. And they've tried to thank the fans for the outstanding support this season, but you need to pay it up front to really take advantage of it. All the pricing's over on the website. The only thing you would, if you're one that would have done it over a period of time, and you would have paid for it over 10 months, I think they did. They've shortened that to 7, so there's only an option to do it over 7 months, but you don't get that discount. So that 5%, they add it back on, so you don't get the advantage of taking that. There are ways around that, obviously. Somebody said, it's not if you get an interest. I'm not telling anyone to go out and get an interest-free credit card and put loads of stuff on it, but if you want to do it on an interest-free credit card, that's probably what I'm going to do. and spread the cost across 12 months or 10 months or however I feel comfortable. But that's how I'm going to do it. I think it's quite a good way to do it. But the reason they've done that, and I didn't realise, I put a tweet out on my page today, and Steve Grant from the Total Saints podcast responded to it. And there is a reason why they've added that 5%, because I didn't know this had happened, and it's not great. So a lot of our supporters this year, the season's been so dire, they cancelled their direct debits. So midway through, they stopped paying their direct debits, probably stopped going to games because we were so poor, and cancelled the direct debit. So they've basically, they're trying to pay it back really. So they've lost a bit of money this year, midway through. So the 10-month scheme's gone. But you would think they would have covered themselves with the direct debit insurance or something. But I guess it would have been a large amount of money. So be interested to know if you're renewing your season ticket. Would like to get your thoughts in the comments box below if you're watching on catch up. I think I'll wait and see what the team they put out. See what the manager as well. We still don't know the manager yet. Hughes in, the club removing the season ticket discount for replicas, which essentially cancels out the 5% save. I'm feeling ripped off. There's a real mixed bag of comments across social media today. I've read all the tweets. I've been on the Saints web forum as well, just to kind of gauge what the feeling is around the fan base, and it's very, very mixed. There are, depending on where you sit, children's season tickets are not bad at all. You can get a good price if you go in the family enclosure, but it works out. If you're going to go to every game, I looked at it where I want to be. It's going to cost me about £21 a game. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not it's not loads of money per game, but I would have liked to paid it over that. Spread that cost would have would have helped me, and I think a lot of people struggling at the moment. Not everyone's fortunate enough to pay it up front, but yeah, maybe there would have been a better way to try and protect themselves when people cancelling direct debits. But this is what people do. So give me all your thoughts. Are you renewing your season ticket? Coming to the end of the show now. Thank you all for tuning in. Bit of talk around Aaron Ramsdale, who we know will leave in the summer. Read today, and there's a lot of links linking him with a move to Man United. I reckon Man United want Aaron Ramsdale. The stories are rumbling. So I think it will pick up. Christopher's in, talking about season tickets. A good gesture following such a poor season would be to let the supporter in free for the last home game. It's been a long season, Christopher, isn't it? Somebody was saying about cup games. Is there not something they could do around cup games as a gesture of goodwill? The FA Cup games, you pay that extra. The League Cup games, I think there's lots more you can do to encourage fans in. But it'd be interesting to see how it goes. I would imagine season ticket sales will be quite slow until the managers announce, because that players are going to start being sold, and everybody will be thinking about where the money goes. But we all love our club so much, and the majority of us want to go and watch football. I don't know what I'm going to do in the summer without football. I'm going to miss it so much. I've loved going. I've loved it this season, going and seeing my friends. I've not loved the football, but I've loved seeing my friends and the community. And no matter what you say, in Sport Republic take a lot of stick for a lot of things, but the fan zones have been really, really good. It has been. They've made a much better atmosphere on match day, and it pulls people in earlier. It's a great place to go before a game if you haven't been. Door on Tour's on. Great channel to follow, by the way, guys. Door on Tour is a Nottingham Forest fan. Congratulations, my friend, on securing a European place. And you just never know. Champions League's not quite out of the question yet. I might talk about your owner and the manager at the weekend. I thought it's quite an interesting that he got on the pitch. He's so passionate. I would love to get your thoughts on it as well. The owner going on the pitch. Well done on your point against Derby, against City, making the worst team in the country history. They obviously hate Derby. I think you all wanted us as Forest fans to be not to be worse than Derby. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Another one saying here, definitely renewing for next season. More games, more wins, more fun. But if we go straight back up, I definitely think of whether I want to renew again or not. I think there's a long way to go to get back up, mate. I think it's going to be really tough to get back up. A lot of people say to me, how do you think you do next season? I think, well, it's going to be a really, really tough season. There's no doubt about that. It'd be really tough. Really, really tough. Don't forget, Fans Forum will be back on Thursday. We'll do that live. Anything in between, I'll pop a video out for that as well. This has been the final word. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you want to catch up on all my content and in audio format as well, it is available in audio format. It's a little barcode on the left-hand side of your screen. It's well worth checking out. So everything I do on here, I put it into audio format so you can listen to it on the go as well. So if you're just tuning in and you want to catch up when you're going to work tomorrow, you can do so. But interesting that Nottingham Forest owner on the pitch yesterday. I was just going to talk about that. I nearly forgot about that. Loads of passion there. How would you feel if one of our owners come on the pitch and when Russell Martin was the manager, like the end of last season, and had it out with him on the pitch? I don't think he was necessarily having it out. They missed out on, or they might miss out on Champions League. I think he was just furious with the error with the medical staff and the issue with the player that had collided with the post, and they were unable to make that change because they'd already made. I can't remember how many changes they made during the game. They only allowed to make a certain amount of changes. Whatever happened, I didn't watch all the game, but yeah, not sure he was having to go at the manager for missing out. I think he was annoyed with the medical staff potentially. But how would you feel if Dragan Solak stormed onto the pitch and had it out with our manager? Season tickets went fast last time, said Ethan as well in the comments. Yeah, they did. They won't go as fast this time, mate. They won't go as fast this time. Back in the Championship, it'd be a harder sell. There's no doubt about that. It'd be a tough sell. Delighted to get 12 points. Hopefully, we will go and have a go at Everton at the weekend in their final game and spoil their party. Love it if we spoil their party at the weekend in a terrible away end. I may get there. I may go. I've not got a ticket yet, but a few people have been messaging me, or I might be able to get a ticket. Transport sorted. Just need to get a ticket, but would love to go if I can secure that one. So never know. There might be a match day vlog from the weekend. And then it's Arsenal the week after. And then it is season over. Right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Roy's just jumped in the comments box below before we go. He says Dragon's too much of a coward to come on the pitch. Oh, I don't know. You never know. I think you are. Be surprised. They haven't even come out and spoke to the fans yet. They might do it at the end of the season and give us one of their, give us some thoughts ahead of the next season. These clubs, they don't communicate with fans like they used to. It's totally changed, isn't it? Football. I don't think it's just ours. Dora on tour said he loved it. I love Forest. Great club, by the way. It's my got a massive soft spot for Forest. Shouldn't have a soft spot for another team, but I do. I loved it going up there. They sort of the ground, the fans sort of like have left a mark on me. I really want to go back for the England game, Doran Tour, to watch when Senegal go there, because I think the atmosphere inside the City Ground will be just immense. I think it will be really, really good. Right, guys, I'll be back with another show on Thursday for the Fans Forum. 8 o'clock for that one, usual time. And anything in between that may break, maybe a bit of news, I'll pop it out. And I'm working on a couple of videos that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you over the next couple of weeks. There's some great stuff coming. I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm in the process of filming a couple of shows for summer viewing. So when the season finishes, you've got a couple of really good videos coming your way. And there's some special podcasts that I'm going to put together over the summer as well. We've got some good guests lined up. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again on Thursday.